everybody, so we've got a fun review today. After many delays, we're finally talking about Top Gun Maverick. This film probably takes the cake when it comes to how many times I've had this film on my most anticipated list. It's been delayed for several years now at this point, so it's just exciting that it's finally being released theatrically, and all of us can finally be able to see the film because it's one of the last couple left that we've had all the delays for. After more than 30 years of service, Maverick finds himself training Top Gun graduates, facing an uncertain future and having to confront the ghosts of his past. Maverick is drawn into a confrontation with his own deepest fears, culminating in a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who will be chosen to fly it. A fair amount of the time when you're waiting so long for a movie to come out, you do kind of lose interest, but I think that was exactly the opposite here with Top Gun Maverick, so finally seeing the film on the big screen, I think it just made for an even more special experience because I was absolutely blown away by Top Gun Maverick. I'm usually not the type of person that uses the cliche phrases that you hear all the time, like they don't make movies like this anymore, but I do think that is accurate with a film like this because sure, we get a lot of big bombastic blockbusters every single year, especially in the summertime, but this film, it just felt like a very special cinematic experience that we don't get all that often. Cinematically, it's just epic in every sense of the word with what they're able to showcase here. Top Gun Maverick's most impressive feat, though, by far, is the action scenes. They're amazing. Each and every single one of these big aerial combat dogfighting scenes, it's jaw-dropping. You feel the intensity in every single scene. They're also entertaining, but yet so intense at the same time due to the way that we direct these action scenes by Joseph Kosinski. Most of the action, especially in that last third of the film, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time because that is some of the best action I've seen in a big blockbuster in a very long time. This is the kind of film you need to see in the best format possible for these big dogfights, whether it's Dolby, IMAX, any of those things. See it in the best premium format you can, and I think that'll make your experience even better. A major factor, I believe, into why all of this stuff looks so great is because it's real. They actually filmed a lot of this stuff for real. It wasn't CGI, and it just goes to show you that real looks a lot better than CGI a lot of the time. Outside of the spectacle of it all, I did find the story itself very engaging as well. I was really impressed, actually. I mean, it does definitely follow the same, or at least similar format to the original Top Gun, you know, aerial dogfights, a new type of mission for these recruits to go on along with Maverick, and of course you're playing sports at the beach shirtless, at least the men do. But the emotional element, I think, hits just as hard, if not more, than the original film here with Top Gun Maverick. The elements that hit the hardest emotionally for me was the drama that was centered around Maverick and Miles Teller's character Rooster, who is the son of Goose from the original film that we know tragically died. Sorry if that's a spoiler for somebody, the film's been out for over 36 years at this point. You probably should watch the first film before watching this. I think it'll be a much better watch so you understand what's going on. I feel like this goes without saying, but Tom Cruise, I mean, he's great. He is an action movie star through and through, and that shines through once again in this sequel to Top Gun. Like I just said, the original film came out 36 years ago, and yet he still is able to slip back in this character effortlessly after decades away, and it feels seamless, and for me, it feels like an accurate idea of where I would have imagined this character to be since the first film that we saw him in. Sure, there are a fair amount of great moments with Tom Cruise where he's just having fun with these new recruits, these graduates, you know, being cocky and showing them the ropes at the same time, but having him confront those demons from his past after all these years definitely gave his performance a strong emotional gut punch. I feel like a film like this really needed. And also, Miles Teller is fantastic as well. We haven't really seen him in a lot of big projects in recent years, you know, Fan Force that kind of did a lot of damage there, but he holds his own with the material up against Tom Cruise. Most of the supporting cast in the film I actually thought were pretty great. I think other than Miles Teller, the other character that I really liked a lot was Glenn Powell. He portrays a character called Hangman in the film. He's great. I don't think that this cast will rival the cast that we got from the original Top Gun. That isn't a knock on the supporting cast. I think they do the best that they can since this is very much a Tom Cruise vehicle. But I mean, most of them do get moments to shine. John Hamm has a couple moments. Jennifer Connelly also has some with Maverick because she's like the new love interest. But I just can't see any of those characters being as memorable as some of the ones we saw in the first film, especially, you know, Iceman. It's interesting how we incorporate Iceman into the story along with Maverick. I don't want to give too many details away. You do see some photos of Val Kilmer in the trailer, but very interesting. Now, I am a massive Lady Gaga fan. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that or not, so I was really excited that she was going to do a song for the new Top Gun. You gotta think, I mean, Top Gun, the first film, Take My Breath Away by Berlin, that's a classic from the 80s. It won an Academy Award and a Golden Globe, so that's really high standards there, and I could see Lady Gaga getting at the very least a nomination for this song. It's epic, it's grandiose, it hits hard and fits the themes of the film perfectly. The song is already out if you want to go and listen to it right right now. I've listened to it probably about 100,000 times at this point. So at least at this very point in time, I'm rooting for Lady Gaga when it comes to next year's Oscars. I mean, there's still a lot of time to go until then, but this is such a good song. With how great the sequel turned out for Top Gun Maverick, it makes you wonder if we're going to see more Tom Cruise revivals from his earlier on career in the 80s and 90s. I mean, we still have the Ethan Hunt stuff and Mission Impossible going on from the 90s at this point. You know, we got another Mission Impossible on the way not too long from now. I'm trying to think what other catalog we could throw in. Maybe a Cocktail 2, A Few Good Men 2. There's so many other films he could do another sequel to that I don't know if necessarily like we needed a sequel to, but why not if they're this quality? But yeah, all around, Top Gun Maverick is a great follow-up to an 80s classic. It's an action-packed thrill ride, perfectly engineered to be seen in a packed theater with popcorn and a drink, and just be in awe of the spectacle that you're seeing unfold on screen. Like I said earlier on in the video, I think this film is a very rare cinematic experience, and if you do go out and see it in theaters, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it, especially if you like the first film. I think this could be on par with the first film, maybe even a little bit better. I mean, it remains to be seen. That'll be something we'll talk about in the comment section down below. But now you've heard my thoughts on Top Gun Maverick, make sure you share your thoughts down below. Are you excited for Top Gun Maverick? Not excited? And when you do get a chance to check out the film, make sure you share your thoughts down below for that as well. Do you like the film? Not like the film? Do you think this is on par with the original Top Gun? Do you like it a little bit more? Either way, share your thoughts down in the comment section. Part of the fun is having that conversation with you guys in the comment section down below. Thank you guys. Always check out the videos. I do appreciate that. Make sure to like on the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you can get new restrictions, unboxings, and more. But next time, I'll see you guys later.